Assalamu alaikum, dear students and everyone. I'm again thankful to our worthy Education Minister, Honorable Syed Wajid and Secretary Colleges Education Sindh, who started online classes system and gave us the opportunity to deliver lecture so that students may take benefit from them in this period of lockdown because of the pandemic and the epidemic disease coronavirus. So, dear students, today our topic is two and act play. As you know that in our book two and act play, there are two plays which are given to act, read, and perform. And those are counts revenge and progress. So I have seen many lectures on counts revenge. So I have decided to deliver my lecture on progress. The student, progress is a play, two and act play type. There are so many genres in English literature, just like poetry, prose, drama, novel, or different genres. But this genre, two and act play, belongs to play or drama, but it's not a pure drama. It is called melodrama. We must argue that what is melodrama? Melodrama is a type of a play, subgenre of a drama, which must be containing on murder, thunder, thrilling, suspense, catastrophe, and romance. This is called melodrama. So, two and act play is it's a type of a play, drama, but there's a topic given which is differentiate between play and drama. So there's a little bit difference in play and drama. Regarding to some critics say that play, it can be seen only, while drama, it can be seen and read. Okay? This one is the basic point to understand, to read, and to comprehend drama. And these are the unities of drama. So, there are three unities of drama. Three unities of drama which are produced by a famous comedian, a creator of alchemist, Ben Jonson, who created these unities of drama. By the help of these unities, a drama can be embellished and decorated as well. So the unity number first, time, it shows about the duration, period, when it became, when it happened. So this one is the first essential unity of drama, time. Well, second, place, and third one is action. Action is major part of the drama. When we discuss on these three unities, time, and we resemble to the work of S.T. John D. Irwin, progress to an act play, which is so-called melodrama. The usage of three unities of drama in this. The time. What was the time? In this drama, it is shown in our book, to an act play, and the scenes of uh, progress. Well, the place. Which one is the place? This was the place of Professor Henry Corey's study room. It was a place. Entire drama is performed in this. So, well, action. What's the action? Actually, Professor Henry Corey was scientist, and he was busy to invent a new thing, a rewardable thing. This was action. And what was the another action? When Hannah, lady servant of Professor Henry Corey, confirmed that Mrs. Maldon is reached at the station, and he informed Professor Henry Corey. Henry Corey didn't pay heed to her and couldn't receive her from the station because he was busy in his invention. This one is action. And what was the last action? And action was that Mrs. Maldon was angry. She's angry because it was the invention of bomb, and this one is a symbol of catastrophe. Because her son Eddie was killed in bomb attack. Therefore, she disliked the invention of bomb. So this one is the action. Mrs. Maldon, in the last scene of its play, stabbed her brother, and she wants to destroy her brother to destroy her invention. This one is action. Now we are going to art of characterization. What are the art of characterization? So the character number one and is Professor Henry Corey, and he is scientist. Regarding to qualification, he was DSc, and this one is major character of this play. And another character was Mrs. Maldon. Mrs. Maldon is a sister of Henry Corey, and aging 43 years approximately. Well, about the age of Professor Henry Corey, he was between 50s and 60s. Okay. The third character was Hannah, a lady servant, loyal, truthful before Professor Henry Corey. And next, Eddie. Eddie was young son of Mrs. Maldon. His age is 19 years, and he's killed in a bomb attack. And it is the thing of it is the story of First World War, because First World War was started in 1914 and ended in 1918. So these are the characters, main characters of this play. So a story is like this. In this drama, in this play, Mrs. Maldon, who is sister of Henry Corey, comes to the home of Henry Corey by a railway journey, and Henry Corey was busy and he couldn't receive his sister, and sister in any way came into the house of Henry Corey, but he was busy in his invention. When Mrs. Maldon asked that what's the purpose, what's the reason of your engagement, and he said that I would like to. Professor Henry Corey said that I want to to invent a thing which is a rewardable thing, and then I must be liable and I must be righteous to get the reward from the government side. And this one is an invention which is called bomb, atomic bomb. So in this drama, the main thing is that there's the conflict of ideas, conflict of thoughts. The thought of Mrs. Maldon is quite opposite to the thought of Professor Henry Corey. Mrs. Maldon, when heard about the invention, and that was bomb, she disliked each and everything, but she denied and insisted before his brother not to make this bomb. So this one is the symbol of destruction. I dislike her. But Professor Henry Corey was scientist, and he emphasized and determined to invent a bomb. And therefore, there is the conflict between the thoughts of Professor Henry Corey and Mrs. Maldon. Okay, so what happens in Lost? At the extreme point, Mrs. Maldon takes a knife, and stabs his brother to destroy him, and in this way, his invention must be destroyed, because work was on point to complete, but it was not perfectly completed. So, after stabbing, Mrs. Maldon tries to destroy his evil. So, thing is that she has to destroy her brother on the behalf of his invention. Before Mrs. Maldon Mrs. Maldon, regarding to the conception of Mrs. Maldon, science is a curse, and this one is evil. Well, Professor Henry Corey says that science is a blessing. With the help of science, we can develop, we can do something for the betterment of mankind. But there was catastrophe and destruction of First World War. It was before the people of that time. Therefore, Mrs. Maldon disliked, and except them, the son of Mr. Maldon was killed in First World War. Therefore, she disliked all of the explosive things, including bombs and etc. So, both characters, Professor Henry Corey and Mrs. Maldon, are engaged in conflict of ideas, and this was First World War and the involvement of various countries. But on top of the list, there was German, there was British, France, Japan, England, war between among all of these nations. So the conclusion, when we are going to the conclusion, so the conclusion of this drama must be that no doubt there may be the conflict of ideas. One who is possessing on his determination and wants to do something, and another must oppose one's ideas, and it will be concluded in conflict and quarrel. And Professor Henry Corey, a prominent scientist, became the victim of a stab attack, and he died. And Mrs. Maldon, in lost of the scene of this play, cried that, "Ed, I had to, Ed, I had to." It means, Ed, I did a lot. The definition of two-act play is like this. One-act play is a play that has only one act, while other plays having several acts. Someone said that flash drama is a subgenre of the one-act play. The right above the plays are concise, and these scenes are dominated by a single situation like progress and Count's revenge. Its length might be on 15 minutes to an hour or more. It means on 2 hours or 3 hours. Theme, plot, character, short stories and dialogues are the chief elements of one-act play. And one-act play has theatrical features. It means it can be performed or produced at theaters. So, I want to say again that drama is read while play is seen, and except this, there's a definition that there's a little bit difference of length between drama and play. So in this drama, in progress, there's a attitude of Professor Henry Corey towards his sister. Professor acts harshly to his sister, and it was a result to stab him by his sister. It was the conclusion and the drop scene of curtain scene of this drama. So dear student, this one was my 5th lecture, and inshallah I'll bring my 6th lecture with the interesting topic, and I'll wait about the comments and queries and questions about my today's 5th lecture, and inshallah we'll maintain this series of online lectures which is provided by College Education Department. So thanks a lot, my dear students.